It's
Yeah,
my
but
fault.
They have an application.
All right, hello, people, if we're recording now. Sorry, we had a little problem. I'm calling the Housing Committee to order. January, I have no idea, 9th at 5:25 PM. If anybody else is recording this meeting, please let me know. Our purpose here is just to go over this. And
Can you take a roll call?
Elizabeth Harder here.
Art Bowden here.
Matt Hemian here.
Excellent.
We got a quorum.
So, just, start with this and then figure out let me know your thoughts on this and what I've missed.
I was verbalizing before the meeting.
Which you were not, because we didn't have quorum then. Please verbalize for the folks at home.
So the additional items I would add to the list is we maintained a committee,
Right.
and we had regular scheduled monthly meetings.
Even though, but they really weren't. monthly.
And I think the rest of the items I had all are in your words already.
Okay.
And I would just close the report by being thankful for all basically the support we've gotten from the town, from the select board, and from the town administration, the advocate's office. Well,
But you're being serious about that. See, I honestly think that let's say I'm called before, because you send in the report and then it's like, you go there and then it's like, do you want me to just read it or whatever? And if I tried to say that,
well,
but I think you're right. So
just be thankful.
So,
Just thankful.
help me.
We just want to give a big thank you to
And thank you to everyone who.
everyone that supported us.
Right.
We don't have to name names or.
That's right. Yeah, I won't mention. Thank you to everyone in the town, in Harwich. What is with my pens today? Who has supported us. Okay.
I would say,
Yeah, changed at will.
no, I like it, I really do. And one thing, we talked about the housing in Harwich, like them trying to come up with a plan to buy housing if it's available. I don't know if that's even possible that we add that kind of in there, or if it makes
Sure.
sense to. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's why
Because we're getting support from the town, it feels like we're making steps here. And so maybe if how they feel about us, that's a possibility with them. If we identify something that works,
Definitely.
or a project in town.
So should I put it like in the
Like the.
third paragraph
Yeah,
among the
third.
topics?
Yeah, the third paragraph.
And then,
I don't know who you'd be working with for that.
Good.
Would that be the trust that you would work with to do that?
Yes, I think there will be just. But
You
yeah.
obviously have to start at the top.
Or maybe, or I could put it in the bottom as coming months will.
That was just something else I saw that we had talked about.
Yeah, no, you're right. I'm
it was
just,
early on.
Yeah.
It was like a bite-down program.
Yeah.
regional housing strategy. Yeah, buy down. So what if I put it? I'll put it like before like rehabbing existing structures. I could go affordable housing versus attainable housing.
That would make
Buy
sense
down.
right there. Yeah.
buy down programs, rehabbing existing alternate funding resources. Oh, also, the second story, what's that called?
That's what it's called.
The second
program.
story program.
Like up in Harwich Center.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. And then the other thing I forgot was, and assisted her in the trust with research and other needs. I should put in something about helping, this week, Emma, that sweet young thing who's doing that CDP 365 project. So I should, maybe in the second paragraph, committee members, they helped, and any other needs, they also supported local efforts. So maybe before that, they supported,
You could like add it into right in there.
they
Such
supported
as-
the CDP in their 365 program. I'll look that up. Local efforts, such as, that's a good, Matt. Instead of making it its own sentence, they also support local efforts, such as the CDP 365 program. I'll have to double check what that's called.
That's what it is, yeah.
It is 365, right? Any other places
Oh,
we
the other
went
thing is
to,
the,
or
Yeah, I got it right here. Basically revised our charge.
which is funny you should mention that.
That's-
Because,
That gets approved.
well, I don't know, because it got approved at a meeting that I had to sit there and go through line by line. Hi, honey. That's my husband, Matt. Have you met Mark?
Hey, nice to meet you, man.
Mark Amaris, Matt Hemian. So the charge,
Oh, it's the-
I had to sit through a select board meeting. You were there, remember? We had to sit through a select board meeting where we went over it line by line by line.
Right.
And they wanted to change some things, and, which I was pretty much fine with, except I'm like, yeah, but can we make it grammatically correct? Because it really bothers me when it's not. And so it ended up with, as far as I knew, that the changes would be, that they would make the changes, and then we'd have a charge. But they, I never saw the changes. So,
Under unfinished business? Old business?
I'm going with that.
Okay.
I'm
well,
gonna
it-
find out. I finally found out. God bless Pete
Well, we
Burkowski.
worked on it.
I should have,
And came to a consensus. But I have to basically get the select board approval.
Updating the charter. I'll put that in the topics. How does that sound?
Yeah.
Not charter, sorry. Now you know what I'm working on it. The
Charter.
county updating the
Has-
committee
has,
charge.
Um,
Because maybe that'll,
A fair amount of time.
maybe that'll ring a bell with them, and they'll say, oh yeah, we never said.
Oh, by the way, we haven't,
And then to let you know, behind the scenes, I should have CC'd you guys on
so
this.
we
I
all set with
apologize.
your,
Um, I
or our presentation, really, you're doing it, but
mean, is that okay? I'll type it up and you know, send it out,
Yeah.
send it to you guys to make,
Okay.
you know. Pete Pikarski,
Yeah.
reached out. He is our committee liaison.
Yeah.
Remember I showed you that when he wrote back
Right.
and said he's happy to leave us to our own devices. But he did reach out and say that they would like to, asked why our minutes aren't on the website. And it's because I asked 3 times how to put minutes on the website.
Did it get posted?
And no, I had no idea how to do it. So I wrote back to, to Pete and I said, well, I'll try reaching out again. Boom, he must have immediately contacted town hall because Natasha called me like 3 minutes later and told me how to do it. Couldn't be easier. Instead of, to post the agenda,
You
I
post the
send
minutes.
it to
Minutes.
agenda@harwich.com. Well, to post the minutes, I send it to minutes@harwich.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I couldn't have found that out earlier, but now I know, so they will be posted, but not this week.
Okay.
Because
Well,
this
that's
week
okay.
is hell on wheels. But that falls under action items. And then I have to admit, I've been very bad. I've not been looking at the website. I keep, other than to like check the town and see if I can get to it through the town website, which I haven't figured out how to do on my iPhone. But-
When you say website, you mean?
I mean, not our
The housing
page,
website?
I mean that beautiful
Yeah.
housing,
Yeah. I saw it, yeah. I went there and
Website.
saw it, and the whole outline looked really good.
Yeah, it's up and running.
Yeah.
It's up.
Is it on the Harwich?
well, that's what I can get to it through the link
Yeah.
that, I can get to it through the link that, Brianna sent us. But, all right, search housing. Housing website, maybe. Housing website, go. Which housing website? All right, yeah, so you can get to it, but you have to, as far as I can tell, you have to Google it. We'll work on that. But, because don't forget, we need to be helpful in, anything we see that talks about housing, we need to send to Brianna to put on the website. So that's an
So
action
the
item.
website is up and it's running.
Report,
And on one occasion, I did bring it up to her because I was having a hard time accessing it.
yeah,
And because through her link, I could get it easily.
right,
And
that's the
then
thing.
It's Harwich, one word, harwichhousing.com.
Right, but it should be on, I would prefer it to be on the Harwich website, which I did get to it through, but only by, I had to search for it. I mean, if you go to government and you look at boards and committees, I didn't try the Affordable Housing Trust, though. Let's see. Ha! All right, never mind, I sit corrected.
You got it.
You link to it if you go to the Affordable Housing Trust. So, but anyway, so for our action items, just remember, because I'm bad, I gotta do this. Whenever you see anything interesting about housing, send it to Brianna for the website, and and then the big thing coming up, I think, is gonna be have to look at the timing. This is my action item. Because we can't, there are things that we can do now thanks to, that Harwich can do now thanks to the new bill, right? The Affordable Homes Act. And we've got a seasonal designation, which gives us even more freedom towards creating housing that isn't, doesn't follow completely along the lines of what capital A affordable has to be, But as far as I know, we can't do any of that until the housing production plan has been approved by the state. And they're still discussing. So I need to know, like, can we, if we can submit articles for the town warrant in the hopes that
Well, okay, we should put that down. We should be crafting those articles right now.
Right.
Whether they get put in the annual town meeting or not, they won't get in there unless we craft them right now.
Right.
They'll be ready when.
So we need to know what those initiatives are based on this new housing plan of the states. So you have to apply.
Well, I can do,
It doesn't come, they're not gonna automatically.
right. Well, the leaders in the zoning changes, I think, are Provincetown, Nantucket, Wellfleet. Well, maybe not Wellfleet. They talk it, but I'm not sure they've put anything in the zoning. But Provincetown, Nantucket, and then the county, of course. So if one of you could look at P-Town's town warrants and see what they've done, could you do that, Matt?
Do that.
All right, and Art, you're good. You want to handle Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard, because they've done some interesting stuff, especially Nantucket.
So what we're looking for, what they.
It's what they did for zoning, because like Nantucket's the one, and all we need is a copy of their warrant article, and then we change it to Harwich. Nantucket's the one that passed the Airbnb Act that was deemed legal by the state, where you can't be a corporate owner of an Airbnb. And it doesn't mean that you're, like I'm technically a trust, and I think it's an LLC, I'm not sure. But that doesn't mean I'm a corporation. It's my personal home. A lot of people do that for trusts and to pass on to their kids. But it does mean that, like, corporations that don't live in the area can't just buy up houses and sell them. And it worked perfectly because there was a guy who may have been one of the ones that, like, sued to say this isn't legal. And when it was on a Friday, the state court said, no, this is perfectly legal. This is a legal zoning change. And that Monday, he sent a letter saying, then fine. Look what's going to happen. I'm going to sell all 9 of my homes. And everybody was like, yes. So.
Yeah. So does Harwich have any?
So.
Like Barnstable, I know with clients I've had buy stuff, you can only have 2 in Barnstable.
Right, and see, I don't think Harwich has any.
I don't know if Dennis has been in the talks of it. I want to say I've heard, but I don't
Right.
know for sure. Just
So-
limiting the number per.
Yeah, because I know Nantucket did. I think P-Town might. So if you can check P-Town,
I'll check these out.
Okay.
and you check Nantucket, and I'll see on the county website if it says who has.
Yeah.
And I'll also reach out to CDP. They might, because I know that the county website did, mono bylaws. And then I have 2 meetings coming up. There's the CDP one, Tuesday at 10. I don't know if you guys can go to that. Did I forward you that? I will forward you that. And which is not the regular, quarterly town sitting around and talking about stuff.
Okay.
It's a training session, so I will forward that to you. And then there's the Mass Municipal Association, which is my Geek Fest, which is 3 days in Boston. It's a trade show for policy wonks. So that's at January 20th. So I will be, we're wrapping up, Peter. So
Let me just throw one
I will
item
be
out
at
here.
that.
This
Yes.
is something new that
Yes.
it popped into my mind. I can't believe that. I said that.
No, that's good.
The other night with the local planning board, local comprehensive
Right.
plan. And that is, the statement I hear constantly over and over again is that we're running out of land.
We are.
And my way of thinking is, we're not running out of land. We're gonna run out of money before we run out of land.
Well,
Okay, but here's the avenue we should be going down. Is that we should come up with a list, a verified list, of those properties that are being underutilized in the town of Harwich. Most of which are abandoned or not functioning anymore. Now, the 2 that just came up not too long ago was in West Harwich. There was a strip mall and a defunct motel.
right. And we should have bought that.
Yeah. Those are the type of things town should be looking at.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
It's land that's occupied, yeah, with a dead building,
Exactly.
Right.
okay?
Do what they did to
So-
the Bank Street Firehouse there.
Now-
Exactly.
so
And
we
what
can
John
reinvent
Kerry is doing too.
Yeah.
If we cherry pick the town and compress those properties that aren't functioning as a property anymore. And there's a structure on
Yeah.
it, but it's not functioning. It can be repurposed and looking towards housing.
Yes, it should be.
So it is creating land. That's what I'm saying. You can recreate land because you can repurpose it.
Well, we'll all start researching it. We'll all look at it. Can we meet
Next meeting?
in February? Like Tuesday the 18th?
I gotta run next door.
Is that okay? Tuesday the 18th? I mean, I'll double check with the town and I'll keep it at 6 o'clock.
Sorry about that.
No, it's my fault.
No, you said 5.
I had to just quickly screw around with it to get this done. But we'll meet then and we'll have, and then hopefully we'll have, I will be better about emailing things I find and we should all do that to each other because then, information not commented upon information for open meeting law, but we can share articles, etc. So that then in February, we should have a list of like what we can take to the next select board meeting and say, here, try these on at the town meeting.
Yeah, well, I
So-
that's the way to go. Okay.
Excellent. All right, may I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion that we adjourn this evening's meeting.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, guys.
Okay, we're all set?
Yes, I'm sorry.